Welcome to the Journey to Pentecost miniseries with Diana Romero, host of the Integrated Life podcast. Let's get into today's message and join the journey.
Thank you for joining me again today. Today we will review the final part of the angelic message. Matthew 28:7 gives us this instruction from the angel. And now go quickly and tell his disciples that he has risen from the dead, and he's going ahead of you to Galilee. You will see him there. Remember what I have told you. You know, I had an event that happened when I was working in corporate America that caused me to be very unsettled and confused. I traveled a lot for work and rented many cars. And on one trip, I thought my rental car had been stolen. You know, this resulted in security and the police getting involved and reports being filed and communications about the event going to executive levels at our corporate offices. But the event and the solution to the incident was all boiled down to the kind of light bulbs in the parking lot of this building that we were working in. The car was red, but under the special lighting they had, the car looked gray in color. I was looking for a red car, but I couldn't find a red car because it was dark outside, and so I was looking through these lights. The car that I couldn't see in the parking lot was there all along. It's a long and now amusing story. Then it wasn't, but it is now. And I don't have time to share it here. So if you want to hear it, you can listen to the Integrated Life podcast, episode 62, The Red Card Story. And we're going to give the information in the podcast notes at the end. But one of the lessons God revealed to me from this incident was that when the wrong light shines on a situation, our vision is distorted. But when the right light shines on a situation, and the right light being Jesus, he gives us the truth. The other major lesson was that God was already there. He wanted to show me that even though I couldn't physically see him, he's already there. And at the time, I was getting ready to retire early from my corporate job. It was a big decision that would require big faith. And he said to me, when you retire, I'm already there. You don't need to worry. You know, I've been retired now for 4 years, and he has been with me every single day. This event, even though very embarrassing, was a building block of faith for me that continues to support me even today. Now, Jesus loved his disciples. This group of faithful followers walked closely with him for 3 years. They had developed really strong bonds. Prior to his death, he told them that he would meet them in Galilee, and the angel reminds them of this promise. Jesus gives this promise during the Last Supper in Matthew 26, and it's verse 31 and 32. Then Jesus said to them, all of you will be made to stumble because of me this night, for it is written, I will strike the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock will be scattered. But after I have been raised, I will go before you to Galilee. We will cover their meeting in Galilee in a future episode, but one thing I believe Jesus accomplished during his ministry was telling the disciples things that he was going to do in the future, like meeting them in Galilee. He was building their faith in his word. He's a promise keeper. The meeting in Galilee was another faith-building block for the greater promise of his second coming and him taking them to live with him in heaven for eternity. Jesus speaks, as it's noted in John 14, 2-6. There is more than enough room in my Father's home. If this were not so, would I have told you that I was going to prepare a place for you? When everything is ready, I will come and get you, so that you will always be with me where I am. And you know the way where I'm going. No, we don't, Lord, Thomas said. We have no idea where you are going, so how can we know the way? And Jesus told him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. As Christians today, we can stand on this truth. Jesus is already in heaven, and he is coming back to get us.
Thank you for joining the Journey to Pentecost miniseries. To join the community and connect with Diana, follow the links in the show notes. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to this podcast. If you know somebody who should join you on this journey to Pentecost, we invite you to share this link with them and help us spread the good news.